Dear viewers, welcome back. You are watching Vision for Success here with us, Imam Shamsi Ali. So we are talking about the ayat.
Yeah. So in the Holy Quran, if we have sometimes, and we count the ayat that talks about how we should build our connection with Allah, and how we should build our connection with other people around us, I can say that it is 50-50. 50% talks about the importance of being closer to Allah, and also 50% ayat that talk about the importance of being kind and nice to other people around us. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was commanded specifically by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa ahsin kama ahsana Allahu ilayk, and be kind as Allah had been kind to you. Now, sometimes I ponder quite deeply about this verse. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Prophet, be kind as I had been kind to you? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to say to him, to his beloved Prophet, that as I have been kind to you, that is the way you should be kind to other people. And how Allah had been kind to Prophet Muhammad, He gave him every single thing he needed, physical and physical. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahman and Rahim. He is merciful to all those who don't believe in Him, those who reject Him, those who are being rebellious to Allah. Still Allah gave them food and water. That's the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Prophet Muhammad, that also even those people who do not want to follow you, even those people who plotted to kill you, you still have to be kind to them. That's the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been kind to everyone. And so also the ayah of ihsan. Ihsan has two dimensions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna Allah yuhibbul muhsinin. Allah loves those who are being kind, the ihsan. And ihsan basically has two dimensions. That is vertical dimension. Our kindness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is being defined by this hadith, أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. That you are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you are seeing Him. That is ihsan towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Means that you have to take Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your life very seriously, everywhere, every time. In 24 hours, in and outside of the house, in and outside of the masajid, we must have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our life. And that's what ihsan is. But ihsan to Allah is not enough. You have to do ihsan to other people around you. And that's why here zakat is relevant. Because it is the implementation of being ihsan to both. Zakat is ritual, ibadah, to Allah. You do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you are giving this to other people around you. So it's also the implementation of being muhsin or kind to other people around you.
So the salah is, we know the importance of salah and everything. Why we cannot make zakat that much, spread and to teach the people the importance of the zakat?
I am co-chairman of the World Zakat Forum, because my organization, Nusantara Foundation, sponsor the second International Zakat World Conference here in New York two years ago. So I was elected to be the co-chair of the Zakat World Forum, and we are going to have a Zakat conference in India in October this year, and I will be a speaker there. I spoke to one of the Zakat manager in Indonesia, and he said so far among Indonesian people that's eligible to pay zakat, is their charity, their zakat is only around 3%. If all of them pay 100%, it is more than the national budget of the country. It is so huge, more than 100, they call it trillion in rupiah, Indonesian currency, and that is like $100 billion. And the national budget even doesn't reach that $100 billion. In other words, that if all Muslims who are able to pay zakat consistently, it will be quite enough to solve poverty problem in Indonesia. Unfortunately, the reason why people are not seeing this is so important, because we have to blame ourselves, our imams, like myself. Because when you give khutbah, you're talking about ibadah, you're talking about akhirah, you're talking about zikr, you're talking about qiyamul layl, but you never encourage the people to do social works. And zakat is one of the most important implementation of the social works. The importance of building hospitals, the importance of building schools, the importance of empowering the power the poor people, those who don't have money. We need to empower them. It is not just asking them to come to the masjid to pray, but invite them to come to the masjid to pray, and also encourage them to go out from the masjid so that they can build businesses out there. Not many imams talk about that. That while you are important to come to the masjid, it is important for you to leave the masjid and go to the market and build business. That's what Islam is about. More importantly, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, when he received the command to give zakah, the ayah of the Holy Quran came down and said, give zakah. Prophet Muhammad did not understand only that you have to give 2.5% of your income. He didn't understand that way only. Of course, he understand the rules. How did he understand the zakah? He understood that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded you to give zakat, it means He wanted you to earn more, to have more income. Because if you don't have enough to feed yourself as a basic, to feed yourself in a family, how are you going to pay 2.5%? So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to you, pay 2.5% out of your income after spending, because zakat is after spending. Let's say you have 100,000 a year. So you pay your mortgage, you pay your insurance, you pay your everything, school, kids. And at the end of the year, remains 20,000, let's say. It is only out of 20,000, not out of 100. Only out of 20,000 that you have to pay 2.5%. You know, if you have only what you need to spend, that you're not giving zakat. So when Allah said give zakat, means you have to have more than what you need to spend. It means you have to be rich, you have to have more income so that you can give more.
So zakat, in a sense, is encouraging to
build economy. So it is not only that you give, but before giving, have. Because if you don't have anything in hand, how are you going to give? Faqid, the Arab people used to say, فَاقِدُ الشَّيْءِ لَا يُعْطِي. If you are empty-handed, empty at hand, or handed empty, how are you going to give? You don't have anything in hand. How are you going to give? And so you have to have something first so that you can give. So when Allah says give, it means you have to have. So it means you have to empower yourself economically. And that's the way Rasulullah ﷺ understood. So what happened when Allah revealed down the ayah of zakat? He purchased a well, number one. He gathered all rich people and he said, we need your money as a capital. We're going to buy that well from the Jewish people because the Jewish own that well. They bought the well from the Jewish people. And when they own it, now they have a business because water at the time is just like World Bank at this time. You know, this is the source of life. People are coming and then when they come take some water, they need to pay as a part of business. And then after that, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ again gathered the rich Sahaba and they asked them, all of them, to gather some capital and they bought the market.
We'll take a short break. Dear viewers, you are watching Vision for Success. We'll take a short break. Stay with us.